In the heart of Amazigh villages, nestled between the rugged Atlas Mountains and the vast stretches of the Sahara Desert, there lived a man named Azzedine. Azzedine was a curious soul, always seeking adventure and excitement beyond the boundaries of his small village. He was known for his courage and recklessness in equal measure, a combination that often led him into uncharted territory. One moonless night, the villagers gathered around their fires, sharing stories of Taserdount Nisemdal. The tales filled the air with an eerie sense of foreboding as shadows danced around them. Azzedine, however, scoffed at the superstitions that held his fellow villagers captive. "I'll prove to you all that these stories are nothing but old wives' tales," he declared with a hint of arrogance. The following evening, Azzedine set out on his journey. Armed only with his skepticism and a small lantern, he ventured into the heart of the graveyard, where Taserdount Nisemdal was said to be most active. The wind howled through the gnarled trees, and the night seemed darker than ever. As Azzedine walked deeper into the cemetery, he couldn't shake the feeling that he was being watched. His lantern flickered, casting eerie shadows on the gravestones. He pressed on, determined to expose the myth for what it was. Suddenly he heard the faint sound of hooves approaching. Panic gripped his heart as he turned to see a magnificent black mare standing before him. Its eyes gleamed like embers in the night, and its coat was as dark as the abyss. "You're a beauty, aren't you?" Azzedine said, his bravado returning. The mare nodded its head as if in agreement. Then, with a voice like a melody, it spoke. "Would you like a ride, young traveler?" Azzedine hesitated for a moment, but then, tempted by the prospect of a thrilling adventure, he climbed onto the mare's back. The world around him blurred as the mare galloped faster and faster, carrying him deeper into the cemetery. Azzedine's exhilaration quickly turned to fear as he realized he had lost all sense of direction. The graveyard seemed to stretch on endlessly, and he had no idea how to get back. Desperation gnawed at him, but it was too late. The mare's true form began to emerge. Its once beautiful visage contorted into a terrifying skeletal creature. It let out a haunting, bone-chilling laugh. Azzedine's heart pounded in his chest as he realized he was in the clutches of Taserdount Nisemdal, the Cemetery Mare. "I beg you, spare me," he cried out, his bravado long gone. The creature's laughter echoed through the graveyard, and it spoke. "You ventured where you should not have, young man. I am the guardian of this sacred place, and you have shown no respect." With that, Taserdount Nisemdal reached down with bony fingers, and the ground beneath Azzedine's feet opened up. Before he could react, he was swallowed by the earth, buried alive among the silent sleepers of the graveyard. Azzedine's disappearance sent shockwaves through the village. His foolishness had cost him his life, a grim reminder of the dangers that lurked in the stories their ancestors had told. The legend of Taserdount Nisemdal lived on, serving as a cautionary tale for generations to come, a reminder that some mysteries are best left unexplored, and that in the realm of folklore truth and terror often intertwine.